AI Trading Futures, Jim Daniels back with you. Well over, let's see, 631 episodes uploaded, and today I have, today's the 9th, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got exactly 10. I'm trying to do 15 videos a day because that's just one upload for me. But 15, that's 10 to the 31, so that's 641 all day long. Might have 650 by the day's over. Check out those numbers right there. The stats are on your screen. 68% close ratio. 83,746. We started with 50K as always. So that's 33,746. I think, Kiki, that's my bookkeeper. I think it's the biggest day. I think it's the biggest day. Last week was when we set the biggest day and the second biggest day. Coming together, you guys. Don't forget all of these indicators we got and how to use them. If you watch the videos, episodes, and then binge watch, you'll see how I built my own skill interpretation because I've talked my way through every trade, because then I download my own transcript and I run it through AI, and then AI takes my actual trade logs, my verbal talking to you guys about it, and then puts the two together and spits me out a syllabus or an outline of the good, bad, and the ugly, so to speak. And then I try to work on it. I just try to work on my stats. One stat we're working on right now is the DCA stat. You see me at 5. We changed everything for today over the weekend to bet a lot less, but then to give us more aggressive DCA. And what I'm trying to get to is to a sustained 50-50, meaning 50% of the time I DCA to help my price because it goes against me. But 50% of the time I consider it new trades and I add to my position. And I like to get that to 60-40, and then yeah, I do high day again. We've done a high day break several times. You got a lot of buyers right here at it. It's at 25,300. It's a lot of buyers. Orders are stacking up. 1,220 orders at 25,300. 1,220 orders. Here we go. We're getting through it. It looks like. Yep, they pulled them away from us. Now we got 1,004 orders, sell orders. There's a bunch of selling happening. 1,231 sell orders. Try not to watch that. I really just like to watch my histogram. I'm just trying to learn what's the correlation to where my price action line is and where the most node of orders are, quotes. And so right now it is going higher. There's that 300. I told you. I just called it that 300 had all those orders stacked up. Here you are, they're getting filled. Should have taken that. I looked at that. I'm just not all the way confident, but that led. So that CQC led the market pulse indicators. It absolutely led it. Tim called it a high day at 300. That's 10 points we could have got on that one, y'all. Sitting here with a lot of money made, so I'm not going to risk that. I mean, I'm not going to risk chasing it. I would take that all day long, no matter what happened, because that was a solid trade right there. Solid little scalp. 16 points up now. If we'd have taken it when Tim called it, we're at the high day, and then I was calling it. I showed you all those 1,200 orders over here. Still got 320 of them left. They're still filling it. That's why it's trickling up. That's why it's trickling up. Now we're neutralized here. Here we go. It's going to continue right through that 320. I'm watching this histogram mesmerized. 24, 25, 26. Look at this. Crazy, you guys. Wow, do I like this histogram. I'm trying to find a way to trade the trickles, but I don't want to lose my ability to do the impulse candles. And if I tune my market pulse to do trickle ups, then it's going to be way too sensitive for, it's going to be not sensitive enough for the impulse candles. But what they told me in chat is that I can just add as many of these widgets as I want. So I can set them up different. And I have tried that in the past. It's just confusing to my eyes. But hey, you guys can start trying different ways out there. It's always different ways to trade. Nice candle right there. And that's on the 5. Take a look at this on the 30 seconds. You're ripping. ripping on that 30-second, y'all. Looks like an A to B pattern in there to me as well that's been mapped out. Don't forget to use all your indicators. I don't use them for what I do. They don't really much matter to me, but you know, you got your deals here. All right, on the 1 minute, we are way overbought. Look at your 1 minute. We're in the green zone. Look in the short here. Switch on the 5. We got green zone on the 5. You know, I love the green zone on the 5. It could keep going now. Our portfolio wants to keep going. My itchy trading finger saying, whoa now, it's got to pull back. It's be like one of those times we get a nice impulse candle through your EMAs. When I zoom in on it, it's important that I can see this candle's body for my DCAs. Here we go. I'm gonna lead it. I'm gonna lead this by just a little bit. If the orders get on top of us right there we are. I'm gonna lead it by just a little bit. I've led it. There she goes.
Order filled.
All right, just took out another 250 just on the impulse through the 5. I did lead that, but you saw the order stacking up. I was rubbing the mouse down there on the histogram, and that's where the orders was. And then we both had both market pulse indicators. The widgets are with us. And this may pull on back even more. Remember, I told you we're still in the green zone on RSI on a 45-second. First ashy candle in a while. This is counter trend, so you got to be careful. But it's 4th or 5th time we've done that same trade today. And there's your counter trend candle saying the buyers are coming back in. Overbought can go more overbought. There's your first tick up on a 45-second RSI. And so let's see. Now we're back to a high day, flat top, flat bottom at 329. The high of day is 329. I am going to take this long on the break, so long as we got a book map with us. The orders are coming. There they are. The orders are all the way up to 327. Let's see what's coming here. Do have a lot of support here at 322 and 320 as well, so I got to be careful. You know, you got to worry about setting high of days, and you got to worry about the zones that we're in. Remember, we needed to clear that 25,125 area, which we have. Make sure you're mapping out your previous highs and lows on your 4-hour charts, so you know exactly where you'll know where your high is, then your lower highs and lower lows on 4 hours, and where that correlates. I don't really need to take another trade here today, but I'm less than $1,100 away from $85,000, which would be $35,000 a day. Not going to let that get me FOMO'd or revenge trading or trophy hunting. I guess we're going to start calling it trophy hunting. I'm learning how to take the markers off. There was a time when $500, $1,000 have been just fine. Those days are gone, and mentally for me. I'm going to trade the markets in the time frame. See, we're just consolidating, so we're going to develop a flat top, flat bottom. Only like the first one of the day. Pretty wide one though here. It's a pretty wide one. Let's use our bodies to bodies. Well, only 16 points. Oh, I got my candles elongated. Sorry, everybody. That's why you measure it, because sometimes you forget the scale you got. 21. I like this. Flat top, flat bottom for 5. I'm on the button either way. I don't really care. We almost got a perfect wedge. Let's look at your tops, look at your bottoms, and visualize if you popped a line. You pop a line to a point. If this candle gets in a smaller, tighter range, it does mean we're going to go one way or the other usually. Let's see here. And that's what it's doing, meaning we got higher lows but lower highs. That's the definition of a wedge. Lower highs and higher lows. That's a wedge. Coming into port, some people say. Coming into port. Like that. I don't know what a tugboat makes, or something like that. Like, subscribe, share, comment down below. I'm going to cut this one off real quick, and so we can make this trade. I know I'm going to take a trade here in a second.